Hey y'all, welcome back to my studio. There is so much going on today. There's so much going on. But one of the fun things that I wanted to show you guys was something that I'm wanting to dive more into when it comes to 2026. And this I want to be more of a focus for me personally. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I also wanted to start my Snail Mail Club. There's a lot of reasons why I wanted to start the Snail Mail Club, but one of the main reasons was to really just kind of really dive back into my art and let myself just express what I wanted to and let myself use the inspiration that I have a lot of the time and kind of push it into something. That's kind of what I really wanted to do. So one of the fun things that I'm doing for 2026 is I'm going to be focusing more on actually making prints and more original art to sell. That's like one of the things that I really want to focus back in on. And I think I'll always have, the bookmarks and other fun things like that on my website because I do enjoy making them as well. I love working with my hands. But one of the things that I really want to get back into is the original art. So I'm going to give you guys like the first look. I'm going to finish painting all of these and then they're going to be up on December 2nd on my website. And so I want to show you guys them and I want to show you the little frames that I got for them, which I think are so adorable. So you can use these frames as either like Christmas ornaments if you want to hang them on your tree, or if you want them just like a little painting in your office or, just wherever you want to have it. I think it'd be really, really fun. Okay, so these are going to be all the paintings that I'm going to be doing. I do have a few more frames besides this, but these are the ones that I was like really, really happy with. And I kind of liked the variety of them. I wanted stuff that was like Christmassy / winter without being like too over the top. Like I just didn't want to do like a bunch of Santas and elves and reindeer and things like that. So, but I wanted something just fun and festive that you could either hang on your tree as an ornament, because I love to collect ornaments. So we have like sets of ornaments that are like a matching set, but then the majority of our ornaments are just kind of a collection from different trips and memories and, little tidbits like that, which I love every year. So this one I finished right here. It's this little pair of mittens. This one was done all in watercolor. I think I'm going to do watercolor for all of them. Honestly, it's a medium that I've become really, really comfortable with, and I've really enjoyed the look of it. Fun fact, when I was in high school and even earlier when I did watercolor, I hated it. I hated watercolor, but honestly, I think it was because I didn't really understand the medium. I never really fully understood it. And so now that I'm really more comfortable with it, I just absolutely love it. So I got these amazing frames. Okay, I had to free up my other hand. So they're just going to go in the little frame like this, and then they just latch closed with the little latch. And then that's it. And that's it. So it's double-sided glass. And so I'm going to have it signed for you on the back, just in pencil so it doesn't ruin the piece. But then that way you have a fun little thing that you can either hang on your tree as an ornament, or you can hang it like on your wall if you want a tiny little piece of art on your wall. So these are all going to just be originals. There's going to be one-offs of them. They're not going to be done in prints again. So this will be a fun way for me to kind of share more of my original art with you guys. And this is going to be one of the projects that I'm going to be working on kind of throughout the year. So I'm going to release little collections of originals like throughout the year. And this is something that I want to continue to do like for forever. I think it'd be really fun. And I'm going to be switching up. I'll switch up mediums and things like that. So it'll just be in conjunction with the Snail Mail Club. And I do want to also give you guys an inside scoop on the next Snail Mail Club, because that's the benefit of watching me on YouTube, longer form content. You guys are getting like the exclusive inside stuff before it kind of hits more of my Instagram and TikTok and things like that. So let's talk about January's snail mail. This is something I'm very, very excited about. Something that I pulled from my Hans Christian Andersen book. I mentioned this in my last video, and this is a book that I love to have around because there's definitely so much inspiration in here. There's so much inspiration in this book. There's a lot of stories in here that I want to kind of use in the future, but one of the ones that I was stuck on was Thumbelina. So this was a story that was written in 1835. It's very, very popular. Obviously, we probably have all seen the cartoon version. I watched that so much as a kid, I can't even begin to tell you. The whole concept of it to me was so just imaginative and magical, and how cool would this be? So the whole thing, I really wanted to use that as my inspiration for the January snail mail. So that's exactly what I did. Now I'm going to show you guys the illustration, like the sketch that I did for it in just a second. I haven't done the painting part of it yet. So when I was reading through this story several times, I was wanting to make sure I was going to incorporate all the details that Hans Christian Andersen actually included himself and wrote and imagined himself. For some reason, one of the things that I got kind of caught up on was her hair color. A lot of the times we see her depicted as a blonde, where nowhere in the story does it say that. It never says in the story that she's blonde. Now, there could be a few different reasons for this. In the story, it does kind of describe her features as, you know, just dainty and delicate. It might be because of that. I don't know. I mean, maybe because people associate like brown hair with like stronger features. I'm not sure. Or it could be the fact that Hans Christian Andersen is from Denmark. And so that just might be a more prominent thing there. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I'm actually going to be showcasing my Thumbelina as a redhead, which I think is going to be really fun. Just with all the colors that will be involved in the piece, I think it's going to work really, really well. So I'm excited about that. And then when it comes to her outfit, I wanted to go back to an outfit that I thought Hans Christian Andersen would kind of imagine himself when creating the piece, because he wrote the story in 1835. So I did some research. I went back to see kind of what was more traditional dress in Denmark in the early 19th century. So I kind of incorporated that into my illustration because I wanted to try to picture and envision exactly what he had in mind. So that was kind of my whole take on this whole Thumbelina. And so I'm going to show you guys the illustration, and then I will kind of go through my plans for everything, but just know that most of the details, other than her hair color, all the other details are accurate per his version that he wrote. Here's my version of Thumbelina. And so this will actually be an available print, like an original print. You can buy the original once the snail mail starts to go out. So, but this will be the print that you'll get. It'll be a 5x7 version for the snail mail for January. And so here I wanted to kind of depict the scene where she's being discovered for the first time. And so my plan is, in the story he talks about, so this is like supposed to be a tulip, and he talks about the petals being yellow to red, or red and yellow. That's what he says. He says red and yellow. So, and then her dress is going to be like really rich blues. And I'm going to put some kind of decoration on her bodice and everything like that. And then she's going to have her red hair. She's sitting in a walnut shell. And then he specifically says that this is a green cushion. So like, I'm going to have that be green. And then this is pink, this like rose petal that she uses as a blanket. And then he also mentions violets, that she's on a mattress of violets. So I was going to include those as well. So this is going to be a really colorful piece. I'm very excited about it. My plan is to do watercolor and then colored pencil to add a little more texture to it. And I just love the look when those are layered in the right way. I just absolutely love that. This is going to be my piece for January. I'm so excited about it. It came out really a lot better than I was hoping, honestly. It's been a while since I've done actually like full-blown people. I used to draw people a lot when I was in high school. So that was, for me, that was kind of a challenge at first, I'm not gonna lie, but once I got it all down, it was all good. From there, I just need to kind of decide, like nail down what I wanna do for the sticker design and then the mystery item as well. So for those of you guys who don't know, part of the Snail Mail Club is you get a mystery item. I have a very special mystery item being included in my December one, just as a special thank you because it's my first month doing it. So I wanted to just do something extra special. That's going to be my January snail mail. I'm so excited. Let me know. Have you guys seen the Thumbelina movie? Because I loved it so much as a kid, and my kids have loved it too since I've shown it to them. I'm very, very excited about that. As for right now, what I'm going to do, my kids are out there playing. You can probably hear them, but I am going to work on, I actually have a custom artwork piece for Christmas that I am doing. It's kind of a long story, but I was very honored that she reached out for me to kind of help bring this vision to life. I have a hair in my paint. That's what I'm going to be working on today. I have to sketch out that piece, and it's going to be fun because there's going to be like little Easter eggs in it from the story she sent me. And so it's kind of a long story, and then I'm also continuing to work on the book that I just took on as a project, and it features the cutest little dog. This is the one I did last night. It's the cutest little dog. Oh my gosh, like the actual pictures are so sweet. Every time I see him, I just like smile because this is the concept art version that we really both liked. And so that one's so fun. So it's all done in watercolor, and that one's gonna be a really fun project. I have lots of like little things that I have to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and sketch out that one piece. I'm gonna start sketching it out, and then I will start painting some of these other mini paintings, and I'll kind of bring you guys along for that. Hello all, I am back. I did a lot of sketching out on that one piece, so now I wanted to kind of switch gears and go into these mini paintings. I decided to start on this mini present set, and honestly, I had no real plan, and that's kind of the game plan. I'm wanting to stop overthinking my art so much and just kind of do what my instincts tell me to do. That's kind of the whole idea because I overthink things a lot. And so this was the finished result. I ended up going through with my micron pen and giving some details. And I still have a whole bunch of the other mini paintings to do, but I'm very, very excited about them. I can't wait to share some more of my original art with you guys. So these will be up on my site on December 2nd. So definitely go and grab them while you can, and I'll see you guys in the next one.